Hello and welcome to this episode. This is part 2 of the Jomtien Music Festival. Already seen the Friday night on the previous episode. This is the final Saturday night. And then the Pattaya Music Festival moves over to the island of Klara. Behind the stage we've got football competitions going on in soft mat play areas. Nobody's on it because it's getting a bit late now. They were set up for the children. Notes and darkness, guys, but this must be what the football games are gearing up for. We've been busy with the scaffolding, I've noticed, and it's up lots and lots of seats. In the middle I can see a couple of goalposts. In fact, a mechanical digger. I think just raking through the sand. Any bits of stones out. Pretty nifty for 31 degrees. And that one missed. 31 degrees, pretty sticky. The knockout stages of the International Beach Football is taking place. These started sundown as of 10 weeks ago an Australian footballer collapsed and died on the pitch. And on this Friday night it was still 31 degrees, and in 6 days' time final rounds will be held in the stadium, which is almost completed. The two pitches are around 200 metres away from the stage where the band are playing, and you can hear the music as well as the compares in between the band changing. The football match is being played at the same time as the music festival is going on. And another pitch, and in the complete spotlights, is set up for 3 weekends. There's an automatic scoreboard on the football matches, and a few hundred people watching as photographers, but I'm sure it'll be a sellout event when it moves to the big stadium, when the better football teams will compete against each other. And they refer to it as soccer, with all the posters of it down as beach football. These are young men, they're not kids. And if you're a lover of football, stick around till the end. Sunday, March the 16th. That's a very good deal. And the keeping score. Card coming out, yes, there's a yellow card. Oh, nice try. Goalies come through from one goal to the other. Wait for his goal, our goalie, almost a half. I would imagine the international football side, the relatives and friends will be come over and heading on holiday, and there's such exciting draws as Norway versus England and India versus Pakistan. So with the bar yak, I found out down on the beach the day before there was a paintball competition, but like Songkran with more colour. So next day, as soon as it dried up, I wanted to go down. I was curious to how this would be set up and whether the beach would be technical. But there was no signs of it. It had all been cleared away, probably either overnight or early in the morning.
Holy crap. I was supposed to fly the drone this morning. Well, the beach is definitely quiet. There's nobody out. It must be about 7 o'clock. So again, instead of talking to Phil till 2 o'clock in the morning, easily 2 o'clock. Still 4 hours, ping, wide awake. Swapped it out for the English or the American breakfast and just went for a pork omelette, a toast and coffee. Then it was only 99 baht. It was down at 7 o'clock, but there was nobody out. It was big rain. Everything was soaking wet. So they only just come alive at 9 o'clock. And this was under about 2-3 centimetres of water. Well, there's still some there. But it's drying up quick. And there's people heading to the beach. It didn't take long. That's the Unlucky in the morning, busy at night. And that looks like a Russian place. It's Russian raining, but they're getting in early for the Christmas 10 months ago and they've got the tree up.
Having spent the night in Unlucky, that's the English bar in Welcome Street, invited to a party, a 1 year anniversary for a friend and guy just up the road. So we just ended up closing the bar, go to the next bar. Then there was a 40th birthday party for a bar on the way back down to the digs. It had started raining early hours in the morning. It was just a quick dash across the street and into my accommodation. Not that I saw it, but the rain got really heavy and there was just pools and puddles of water outside. And the rain flows down the streets, which are on a gentle camber, down to the beach and out to sea. And of course that's all been modernised. And though it's a man-made beach, where the sea never touches, it's not immune from the rain, and they do get big rain, and it's come a few months early in Thailand this year. There is a wide irrigation pipe that runs under the road and comes about 2 metres into the beach, about a metre under the sand, but it's open-ended, and this would turn into a big pool, come pond, and then just flow out to the sea, and you end up with several channels running down to the sea and taking the sand with it. I have noticed earth movers are permanently on the beach and they're ready to start collecting the sand and pushing it back up. And this place here is exactly where the music festival and arena will be in 2 weeks' time. I know I'm banging on about the beach again, but the government in Chunburi has put a lot of time and money into its expansion. And they haven't stopped there. On the southern end, they begin to widen the pavement and put in a flower bed on the beach side. And hopefully, they'll sort out the drainage as well. And these events are becoming annual occurrences. It's well worth checking out the Chunburi website. There's sure to be an event that will be of interest. We were at Jomtien before the festival started and we're busy constructing the pitch. This is the first football pitch. On the other side there will be another beach football pitch, then the football stadium, and right behind that will be the stage for the music festival. And this will all be put together in 7 days. Opposite Welcome Street, it's about midway along Jomtien beachfront. Still plenty of good clean beach either side where there's no work being done. Let's jump to Saturday, March the 15th.
So this is where they will play the beach soccer they call it. And organisers are sitting under the shade. It's 10 o'clock and I think it's in the 30s again. It's really hot, really bright. So obviously it's a nighttime thing for the football to kick off. So there's a lot of teams making the travel for this and they've just made it. I'm not sure if it's international or just Thai. But today is, I think it's 15th or 16th. So it's the last of the music festival tonight. There's 5 bands going to be playing tonight. And then that'll wrap up and they'll be cleared out by Sunday. And I noticed yesterday we're doing the finishing touches on the big stadium, which is going to be for the final of the beach soccer. But that's not going to be until the 20th. So about 3-4 days after the music finishes. So it's like one event is wrapped up and winding down. The next event's getting interesting because they're using the 2 pitches up there. And then when they get down to the quarter-final, semi-final and final, they'll be played here inside this stadium, which is getting ready. Plenty of seats, and it looks like they'll get filled as well. All built up on scaffolding. And there's a beach there, so you can probably stand there and look through the fence to see it being played as well. It's a shame because on the 20th I'm flying back out. This morning, just along here, you think there's a few trees, but the squirrels are all running around clearing up after people. No bit of food goes wasted. You can see the families here, but normally got the large rakes out and they go around by hand, keep their beach nice and clean and pristine.
A number of families have been moved on from the event area. I do hope they've been compensated, but they'll be back on the Monday with their sun loungers and parasols.
Keeping the beach clean. There's scraps on the left.
For dinner, just crossed the road from the beach to this Thai diner, which was full of Thai people eating. That's always a good sign. And the new Thai laws, you can't go taking videos of people in public places unless they agree.
That's a green curry made with a coconut sauce. That thing there, it's big in the pea, and it just explodes in your mouth. And with rice to go with it. We're doing the sound checks since 8 o'clock this morning. Different musicians under the canopies. So I guess there was over 30. And just checked my phone at 31 degrees, 10 o'clock in the morning, or middle of March, near the sea. It's quite hot. Yeah, getting the sound checks in. I go back to my room and see how distorted it is.
I decided to return the hire car back to Pattaya early, as it's still parked up near the second road, and come 3 PM, hundreds of people will be walking past it to go to the beach. And I know the hire firm will be rigorous in looking and checking for scratches and marks on the car. And I've getting lucky with the car once. I'll explain that in a few minutes. But it means I can have a good time on the night time without having to worry about driving the car the next day. And in Jomtien, plenty of 10-baht taxi buses as well as the taxi bikes. And travelling anywhere else in Thailand is quite easy with the express tour buses. And I don't need the space that the car provides because my room is huge. So when I've recovered from the Saturday night, it was Sunday to look forward to and a great football event. And the most you pay for taxi rides in this area is 20 baht. And it's only about 10-20 minutes to walk anyway. So I'll get back to get lucky at the Jomtien Music Festival.
The beach is pretty much recovered after last night. And see rake marks all over the sand here, so maybe these traders down the side, they must have been out and just raked everything clean. I noticed the Thai people sitting having picnics and they just left bags of stuff on the beach. You think they'd be the least people to make a fucking mess? I mean, I had a routine last night. I got a can, drank it down by the beach where I could hear the music better, or I think the phone or camera could hear the music better. And then go up to the top street, find a bin, put it in, and then go down to the stage, which is there behind us, get checked in because the police search you, and have 20 minutes, 25 minutes watching the band in there, come out, get another drink. But here's the one. Went to the car this morning, and there's only about 20 cars, that big car park now, by that hotel top of the drag there. And black windows, and there's no window in the back. I thought, fuck me, somebody broke the window. No, I left the window wide open. I mean, I never opened the back windows, but I must have, in the dark last night, shutting up, I must have hit the wrong button. And left the back window wide open. Your presents on the back seat. My clothes that I wasn't going to be wearing were on the back seat. Plus you got access to the boot and your suitcase in. And everything's fine. Everything's okay. It's like only in Thailand. So another let off. I mean, the biggest let off was my phone when I left my phone on top of the car. I don't think I left it on top of the car. I think I put it on the front where the wiper is. You know, it would have been black and it blended in. I thought I'd put it back in the car, and I came back an hour later. And here's an envelope on my wiper blades. I said, what the hell's that there? My phone's inside the envelope and some Thai writing on it. And that had my debit card in as well. So, I didn't tell you that. That was about a week ago. But another lucky let off. But that's it, only in Thailand. So everyone's number one weed shop. This is a coffee shop, but recommended by the expats that are here. They can come for Mary Jane, and Mary Jane's not a woman.
It is legal to sell happy baki in Thailand now, but not wacky baki. It's all to do with the strengths. And smoking is bad for your health. They do have a confectionery side with candy and cake.
What was it done? Was it about? It was Klara. Too close. They do like you photographing in the shop video. Don't know what to do with the strength, but these are 120 on the strength. If you don't like smoking, you've got cookies, spears, cakes, even do mushrooms. What are they again? 400, 3 for 1,000.
Now having completed the editing and playing it back, I realise there's a big problem with the live bands. Half of the footage from the acts is distorted, and what sounds like damage to a bass speaker. The Friday performance was okay, the distortion wasn't there, but it is there now, and it's a speaker that's in the central arena. When you play the double bass pedals on the drums, you can hear it, and it just spoils the rest of the sound. And I can pinpoint the time that this damage happened. The footage taken from the centre of the arena is the best view of the band, head on and as close as I can get. So I'll leave some of this on and just yak over it and give you some details of the band rather than just leave them out entirely. Any good sound footage I will leave on. The first band I caught was Only Monday. Pretty new band, 5-year-old, and they've been around since 2020 with a self-titled album the same year. That said, they have a brand new album, literally weeks old, in 2025, called Hotel Room, so they're promoting that album here. And like some of the other bands, they do have merchandise stores in amongst the food courts. So as well as the 2 albums, they've had 14 singles released, and they're calling them digital singles. And is that different to analog, vinyl or CD? I'm guessing the downloads. The band originated from Bangkok, and the genre is Thai rock band, and they're a 3-piece outfit. Compared with the Friday night, I managed to get into every arena. On the Saturday night, R1, the penultimate band, which was good for the video footage. This was the only female singer at the Jomtien Leg. At the Pattaya Leg the week before, there were a few lady singers. So here we have Klara, a 4-piece Thai band. Still all original members. As you can see, the vocalist is a female. They've been around since 2008 and class themselves as pop rock. And the first album was Stay Alive. In total, they produced 5 albums, and the last being in 2020. Also 14 singles, that's the same number as only Monday. And again, every band has a lot of support and a lot of people there with the camera phones taking videos and selfies. As usual, as the band finishes, I would leave the beach, go in search of a few cool drinks and a bite to eat. In the convenience store, all the drinks are now warm, so I head for the Kiki Plaza. So here's some shots of it at half-time break, which is usual for all the bands I've seen. Quite empty, you cross the road, no problem. Emergency vehicles can get up and down. And you can clearly see a bomb squad truck there. That's just normal, that's what there's a precaution. So as the penultimate band is announced, I make my way back to the beach, drink in hand. Except when I left the Kiki Plaza onto the pavement, it was chocker. The road was filled with people and there didn't look like any space at all. And as Rodney would say, 1,000 people came out of a place where 1,000 people are. There was a few songs later where I could fight my way through onto the beach, so I get a more head-on view of the band. But there's no way I was going to get onto the arena. The band has many thousands of followers. It wasn't just me, even the Rock Rabbit had underestimated the size of the crowd. Noticed the tour shirts, quite a few people have been wearing them in the last few days. Sunny Side Up, I thought it was the name of the band, it turns out it's the name of the 2024 album. And just 6 months ago they were doing the Sunny Side Up tour. In their home city of Bangkok, they filled a 65,000 seat stadium with paying customers. And of course the Pattaya, Jomtien Leg of the music festival, it's all free. Friday night I used a Sony camera with a fluffy mouse, so it was better for the sound quality. This one was an Osmo DJI gimbal with my Google phone attached. The sound isn't so good, but the digital zoom is much better. And I needed that to find the gap from across the road through a break in the trees to spy the band on stage. And this was like this for a good few songs as I tried to work my way onto the beach. I did eventually get onto the beach, but I couldn't get anywhere near the arena. this is Bodyslam, Bangkok-based band, obviously from Thailand. Hard rock, but have done a lot of diverse things over the year, including punk, rap and alternative rock. And I'm showing a lot of this band because I couldn't get into the central arena. There's not so much of sound distortion, just a bit distance away from the actual band. And they're known for the dynamic performances and deep lyrics, as you can see by the stage show. The first album was self-titled in 2002. So in all, they've had 8 albums, and 72, which I'm guessing singles and EPs. And the last album, Sunny Side Up, was just the year before. They've quickly become Thailand's favourite group back in 2003. Also won many prestigious awards, including Best Rock Group, Best Rock Album twice, Best Song for Poison, and have also in 2024 teamed up with Baby Metal, the Japanese metal band.
เวลาร้องได้ทุกเมื่อเท่าที่ต้องการโอเคไหมร้องได้ทุกเมื่อเวลาที่ต้องการโอเคไหมถ้าร้องไม่ได้เป็นแดนเซอร์ให้ลุงด้วยได้ไหมครับได้ใช่ไหมครับโอเคเวลาบริษัท
So the final band is 3 Man Down, actually a 4-piece band from Thailand, and they class themselves as pop rock. They started out in 2016, and the guitarist's name was Toon, P-W-O-N, so we'll give him a mention. Just the 2 albums by them, but they have 30 singles. Again, probably digital downloads. Popular, but not as popular as Bodyslam, as you can see by the crowd. They have also won the Best Band Thailand, Best Album, Best Song, Best Artist and Best Art Cover, which I think was an album cover. And the fan base is really starting to grow since 2023. So that's a wrap for the music festival. And it would be easy to show you how messy and untidy the beach was after it finished. But the next morning, there was no sign of ever taking place. And the strip down was well underway. It's the next morning to the festival. Almost like it was never here. Stage is totally gone. And beach soccer stadiums up, scene areas. And that'll be Thursday the 20th for the final. It's the next thing on the beach.
And the sign that have been out for the rakes raking the beach. So the Music Festival 2025 moves over to Klara. There's Klara there. You just go to the end of Walking Street and catch the ferry over.
And the final leg of the Pattaya Music Festival takes place Friday on Klara, which is a jewel in Chunburi, crystal clear water and some very nice beaches. And we'll be covering that in a future episode, but just Klara, not the festival. And on a Saturday we'll be back to Pattaya City in the park near Terminal 21 on the second road. And the annual event will return next year, so if you're into your music or beach football, it's well worth booking the time out over here, especially for Klara. And it is quite easy getting to Klara. Go down to the pier of Pattaya, and it's a 20-minute boat ride over. There's 2 beaches that you can land on.
And when I saw Bodyslam, the good band from, was the other side of the stage in here. This held the one of the video screens. That's how far, that's how close I could get to the band, which was just on the gantry here. The main stage has been took away. Where I normally am is in front of the gantry here, where the drones take off from and the cameras are set up. That's my normal spot, without being too crushed down in the front. The beach is pretty much back to normal the next morning. The bottle of detox and clean out the system. So this area was all full of people. So if I either took all the rubbish away or been out and cleaned, all the businesses here which are shut down now. The road's open. Yeah, it looks like they're clean because you can see the rake marks all being raked over the beach.
So on Sunday the big event for me was a football match, but it was taking place 6,500 miles away at Wembley Stadium. And having got my time zones mixed up, went along the beach road at Daisy Days, and underneath the General League car, 6 large TVs with different channels, but the place was empty. I'd arrived an hour early. Not knowing that, I went further along the beach road and found a place called the White House Bar and Restaurant and settled in with a bottle of Caribou Dark Ale, which was very nice. And in the White House I made friends with a fellow Geordie. However, the rest were all in Liverpool shirts. Now the Scouse accent can be tricky. This was even trickier. None of them were from the UK. And on this 4-week trip I only found 4 Geordies, and 2 of them were in the air when this match was taking place. I guess other Geordies had a better place to be. And I've watched a few Newcastle games when I've been on holiday in Thailand. Never do very well. And just a week before, Liverpool were regarded as the best team in Europe. And the team were missing a couple of key players. But the lads got into them right from the start. And it ended a very good 3-day weekend. The next vlog will be the deadly fruit. And we'll get round to visiting Koh Chang. So this is a montage of my team, Newcastle United. It's only the second time we've won a cup in my lifetime. And for most fans, it will be the first time.
There before Virgil van Dijk from the long ball up the pitch, headed away, then Tonali onto Isak, back down to Tonali and Murphy. Newcastle into the final third here, Tonali into the box, Harvey Barnes on the stretch! Ooh. Couldn't quite get the right contact on the Liverpool, and Barnes has got it, links up with Isak, here goes Harvey Barnes, plays in Isak wide of goal. left side of the penalty area. Barnes down in the middle of the box. Isak back to Tonali, who takes a touch. Lines up the shot, Tonali! Just wide of Kelleher's left-hand post. Mid-height from Tonali. Took it on, away from his man, just at the back of the D. Couldn't test the goalkeeper. Big moment for Newcastle. Here's Trippier up the line towards Bruno. Takes it away from McAllister. Then Murphy on the chase into the corner. Flag stays down. Murphy now delivers the cross towards Isak and is turned over his own bar by Konate. Ball Jacob Murphy to Barnes on the left. Livramento on the outside. Barnes carrying it to the edge of the box. Where does he go here? He's got two to take on the outside. Then the cross from Barnes. Here's Isak blocked and Trippier blocked. Referee and assistant say corner kick. Harvey Barnes lively in this opening 35 minutes at Wembley. Picked out Isak, couldn't get in. Chased by Joelinton. Jarrell Quansah for Liverpool, tackled by Joelinton. Brought away by Big Dan Burn, and the referee stopped it for a free kick. And Joelinton, clenched fists, punches the air and gets a huge response. They've had plenty of set pieces. The latest one from Kieran Trippier on the left. Looking for Burn again. Dan Burn! Would you believe it? Big Dan Burn with the biggest goal he will ever score. And the black and white end of Wembley erupts. Dan Burn with an historic header scores Newcastle United's first goal at Wembley Stadium for a quarter of a century. And just 2 days after he was called up by England for the first time, the boy from Blythe scores in the League Cup final. And maybe this... Surrounded by black and white. Driven towards Joelinton, back post, into the middle! Saved! No! Isak scores, but the flag goes up! There's an offside flag up. Alexander Isak put it in after Kelleher saved, and Newcastle have one ruled out, but VAR will check. Back to Trippier, they've lost the ball, Newcastle. Diogo Jota, Trippier challenge. What a tackle. He's having the game of his life, Kieran Trippier, on the biggest stage. Livramento galloping forwards, Barnes on the outside. Livramento holds possession, gives it to Barnes, now back for Livramento's run, left-footed cross, hanging in the air. Murphy, Isak! Oh, you beauty! No doubt about this one.
Oh my!
Alexander Isak at Wembley. But a player like that is always ready, and Isak delivers yet again, and in the 53rd minute it's Liverpool 0, Newcastle United 2. In midfield play, deep in the Liverpool half from Jones, now trouble, Luis Diaz just outside the area, Szoboszlai left side of the box, pulls it back, Liverpool, what a save Nick Pope, what a save Nick Pope. The shot for a foul, Bruno to Murphy. This could be interesting. Bruno flicked back through towards Murphy, cut out by Van Dijk. And now McAllister blocked by Tonali. Isak, Tonali in the area, can't find Barnes, and away by Quansah. Newcastle trying to win it back here with Bruno, and he's got it back. Barnes wants it lifted in from Bruno's ball. Barnes, Isak, what a save, Kelleher. What a save from Kelleher at point blank range, had to react. Isak from Barnes' ball in. Newcastle almost had a third. Here's Schär, what a run. Fabian Schär just wide. Wilson wants it put into the centre. Willock in the corner, turns back to Joelinton. Return ball to Joelinton from Bruno. Joelinton! It's inside, passes it towards Bruno. Bruno with a turn, loses out to Elliott. And now Liverpool are in. And Liverpool score, but the flag goes up. The flag goes up on the far side from Nick Greenhalgh, the assistant. Liverpool denied. Chiesa in the 94th minute. Newcastle felt there was a handball in the build-up before they got it clear from the first phase of that attack. They'll just check the decision. but the on-pitch decision is offside, and he's onside.
Onside.
Liverpool fans cheer. They have one back. Liverpool 1, Newcastle United 2. Not great news. Chiesa, the scorer, the substitute. Newcastle United win at Wembley. Eddie Howe's heroes celebrate. They have done it. Unbelievable. Dan Burn with the goal of every Geordie's dreams in the first half, and Alexander Isak in the second. The League Cup is coming to Tyneside, and the weight of 56 years and 70 domestically, well, wait no more, because the time is now. Newcastle United have won something. For 2025, he's going to share the duties with Kieran Trippier. Newcastle United. Wembley is a place for winners, and today it's Newcastle United. They've waited so long, but this changes everything. And it's black and whites who celebrate.
Maybe for